Welcome to Early Morning Rant.
Good morning, everyone around the city. I don't know. This was very random. All of a sudden, I had this idea that I want to do something like this, where I would wake up in the morning. I wake up really early in the morning, so I have time. I do my regular stuff that when I wake up, and then I thought that why not I take this time? It's very peaceful outside, and as you know, it's very early in the morning, so I really don't have anyone to talk to. So I thought that I'd use this time to speak to anyone who would like to listen to me. So this was very interesting. I've been thinking about it for a few days. I think I saw a post or a meme on my news feed a couple of days ago, and it struck me. So I've been meaning to talk about this. The idea is you shouldn't respect everybody. It's a very simple idea. Not something that your parents would necessarily suggest, but it has come across my mind that, nowadays it's such a simple prerequisite of society that you should respect people. I understand respect. I understand where people come from. It's in a general sense that you should be nice to people. Especially respect is a different kind of feeling to me. Respect is very different than being kind or being courteous. Respect it somehow demands a bit of power dynamic where the other person, they're coming from a place of power, whatever that is, and you somehow acknowledge that when you interact with that person. So respect is a very, very different kind of human interaction. Since we have respect, the vague definition of respect out of the way, so my point is, we've grown up. This lesson comes from firstly our parents, our elders, our teachers, even friends, family. Everyone tells us that you should respect other people. My problem is, who are the people that qualify for this human interaction called respect? Who is eligible for my respect towards them? It's vague, because nowadays it's all about respecting women, respecting authority, respecting your elders, respecting your neighbors, respecting your peers at work. I differ here. Don't just respect anybody. Respect people who actually deserve it. Respect people who have not only put themselves, since I started saying that this is a power dynamic, there's a power structure here. So it's not only that it's your boss. He has a place of power, so you should respect him. He might be a shitty person. I was working in this company for a very long time, almost 2.5 years. Obviously my boss, I could say, he was a boss. He was my boss. He was the owner and the forebearer of a pretty big organization, 200 plus people. But did he necessarily deserve respect? Let me break it down to you. When it comes to the fact of him being a boss or the leader of a company, he did pretty fine as far as economical or financial gain of the company was related. But when you break it down to his actions, first of all, he didn't give a fuck about the employees. He was into making money as fast as possible, as soon as possible. So that takes away his whole, understanding how to, build a nice company culture, or how to, provide his employees more than just money at the end of the month. So he had zero idea how to treat his employees. Talking nicely, being nice, that's easy. That's something that can be achieved. Anyone can do it. Anyone can be nice. I mean, that's so vague. You walk into a super shop and they're nice to you. So it's not something of a very, high achieving standard to be nice. So yeah, he was nice, but I didn't see him caring much about what the employees were demanding. And then came the part where he amassed a huge money through his organization. He managed a lot of money, and trust me, the folks that I was working with, they were getting shit paid. I was getting shit paid. So obviously the big bucks was going into his pocket. So was he into charity? Did he give his due to society? He was a foreigner, so he was making all this money off of our backs. So did he help the local community, or did he invest into charity? No, he did not. So by and large, according to my idea of who is supposed to be respected, he did not deserve respect. Just because he was my boss didn't mean that he deserved my respect. The next idea, respecting your elders. We live in, it's 2000, I forget, it's 2018. So yeah, it's almost the end of 2018. We have come a long way, but the thing in Bangladesh is our elders, they're like relics from another generation. So there's a lot of things they don't necessarily understand or don't necessarily agree. So these people, they have their bias, they have their prejudice. So I'm not saying that all of them do. That's the difference. Most of the elders that I know of, they're very easy to judge. They're very easy to project their ideas, which are well over like 50 years old or like 60 years old. So they're very easy to project that idea when they see you, when they look at you. So an elder who is not progressive, who is not ready to adapt to the situation that's going on in today's culture, in today's society, and who is judging is one thing. Some of these motherfuckers are ready to give you a hard time. So yeah, they don't deserve your respect either. Let me light up a cigarette very quick. So as I was saying that, we have kind of break it down till now. We've talked about bosses, people who hold power over you in your workplace. Now we're talking about elders. We're done with that. Let's talk about some other people. All right, so teachers, your faculty. A teacher is there to teach you. I don't give a fuck about their credentials. They might have a PhD, they might have a whole lot of shit, but if a teacher walks into the classroom and goes like, no, this, read this book, read this paragraph from this page, read that presentation, go through that note that I have on Google Drive or some other shit, discuss this thing on your group, and he just walks away. That fucker does not deserve your respect. He is paid big bucks to teach you, and not only shit that's in your textbook. That's where education system in our country is fucked. It has been butchered a long time ago because these teachers, they walk in with their head full of fake, ideas about how big and huge they are, boasting about their PhDs and their double masters or triple masters or whatever shit is going on. So these people don't deserve your respect either. He's a teacher. First of all, he should teach you more than what's in the textbook. If it's just the textbook, I can read that shit myself. I don't need a fucker to walk in once or twice a week into the classroom and tell me just read those paragraphs or read those pages. And I can do that myself, man. What the fuck? YouTube can be a better teacher than that shit. They don't necessarily deserve your respect either. Now let's move on to the next thing. This is really big right now. Respect women. I'm all for respecting women. I love women. Women are great. But the same idea comes here. Is the woman deserving of respect? It can be a piece of shit woman. Like just like a piece of shit man. Just like a piece of shit dog or a cat. It can be a piece of shit woman. It can be a woman with zero integrity. It can be a woman with zero care for what goes on around her. It can be a self-absorbed woman. So you do not have to cater to them just because of their gender. There's no respecting them just based on their gender. First of all, you're a human being. Second of all, to get respect, you have to be a recommendable human being. You have to be a human being of enormous qualities, not only through power, the power dynamics of society, not only through that. Not only because you're a city councilor or like you're a COO at a big company or some other shit. That doesn't make you recommendable for respect. No, that doesn't. What these people need to do first is be at top of all the human qualities first. So, and then obviously I'm gonna move on to my next idea very soon. Religious people. Yeah, you see these fuckers all around the place. They have like this, they wear like this big jubba things, and they have like big beards, wear the topi on their head, and they like look all pious and all good. Religion's good. I have been very away from it, but I'm not here to bitch about it. It's good, but what kinda has pushed me away from seeing their way is those people themselves. So as far as I know, it's stated clearly in our book, the Holy Quran, that only God is there to judge. But these mullah fuckers out there with their big beards and their pious ass fuck faces, they pretend like they can judge you. Hypothetically speaking, the motherfucker could be living in your apartment, big beard, big ass guy, but you know what he does? He checks out every other woman or girl that gets into that building and out of that building, all his neighbors. He checks them out, sees whether they're wearing the appropriate clothing, whether they're not wearing a t-shirt too tight or skimpy, whether their sari is not showing too much skin. And if it is, by God, if a woman or even if a man is not dressing the way they want, these fuckers are gonna give you the evil eye. They give you some weird kind of stare, man. That stare ruins your day. My ladies, they know all about this shit. My ladies, they know it. My boys, they know it. Everyone knows it. Their stare can just destroy your mood for the rest of the day, man. So don't respect those motherfuckers just because they're like pious and shit, acting all holy and like destined for heaven and shit. Don't give a shit about them. They do not, deserve your respect. They do not even deserve to be acknowledged right now, that they're like relics. They deserve to be in some museum, man. So it's a very simple idea. It's a very fundamental idea. Obviously, this is lost in translation. Everything gets lost in translation nowadays. So I would like to repeat myself. Everyone does not deserve your respect. People who have achieved the highest human qualities in form of kindness, in the form of affection, in the form of caring, in the form of giving, providing, in the form of understanding, cultivating what is good, trying to mend what is bad, those are the people that you should focus your respect towards. Don't give a shit about all those other fuckers, no matter where they are, no matter at what power level of their life they're at. They might be your boss, they might be your in-laws, they might be your neighbor, they might be someone in your family. If they don't give, it comes back to the point. The last category of people that you really should not respect, though it is highly spoken of. Don't just respect your parents. Some parents are downright shitty. They do not deserve the respect. Some parents, they have zero idea how to raise their kids. Some parents, it's not only about knowing how to treat their kids. They can be forgiven for that. A lot of parents are thrusting to parenthood, so it takes them time. But some parents don't even give a shit about learning how to do it. So if it's a shitty parent, if it's a parent that abuses their kids, if it's a parent that's ready to raise up their fist before trying to sit their kid down and talk to him, if it's a parent who is only using their kid as a way of boasting their own need for, self-esteem and shit, where their kid is like a trophy to show off, those kind of parents don't deserve respect either. So, to end it on a good note, respect people who deserve it. Respect people who show you love, who show you care, who support you through bad and good, and just respect people who are like with you through this journey. Life is tough, man. Life is one tough motherfucker. It gets uneasy. It gets uneasy very fast. So people who are there, who are supportive of you, who are ready to pull you through this journey, show those people respect. And most of all, learn to respect yourself. And then again, learn to respect yourself of your good qualities. Don't be a shitty person and just respect yourself regardlessly. No, that respect is useless. Try to be a good person yourself. Try to be a caring person. Try to be an empathetic person. Try to understand other people's pains and other people's flaws first, and then respect yourself. That's all for today. I hope to talk to you very soon. Goodbye.